last session, we picked up midday on the 4th of October, and the Hand of Aegis splits up. They split the party in town. Relatively safe, probably. So there's been a scattering as people go to get prepared for the next task. Going back into the woods. Smokey purchased 42 silver darts. What a strange amount.
Wait, it was just supposed to be 40, I thought. Or was it 42?
I think for some reason...
Because I put 40 into my...
Okay, here's what
sheet.
I think I did. It was 40, and then I think what I've done is because it was 42 gold, I changed it to 42 darts, but I think it was like 40 gold for... It was like 2 gold for the darts, and then 40 gold to silver them, or something like that. Eska picks up the bow of Valanthe. Was it Valanthe or Volanthe? Oh, I'm confused now. I've written it 2 different ways. Let's check the original. Valanthe. I need to edit that. Eska picks up the bow of Valanthe. Edit it. Much better. From the Pickled Quipper. Did you get any arrows? I don't remember.
No.
In the end? No? Okay, no arrows.
You didn't get silver-tipped arrows. I thought you did.
I don't need them anymore.
It's true.
I got the bow. I was gonna get them because I didn't think I was gonna get the bow.
Okay.
And then you identified the axe beak arrows as a non-magical bow that just does 2 extra damage. Silverius returned the rented blessed plate and confirmed that the bullet armor would be ready in around 3 to 4 days. Cosette has the Mooning Star. I guess I need to create an item
Wow.
for that now too.
Cosette has an interesting pastime now.
So
How many
it's
O's are in that? I thought it was just 2, but when you said it just now, it sounded like a lot more O's.
technically it is written with 2. That's all I can say. And then so that is a moon touched morning star that bypasses magical resistance.
Can we canonically say that you know how Silverius has the word for his sword to make it light up?
Yes.
Can we say that with the mooning star you have to moon the enemy to make the weapon activate?
It's a passive effect, I'm afraid.
Okay.
No mooning required. And then Silver's a few javelins. Bardor gets a silver coating on his falcata. And then Bardor and Cassette head to the Jathlet compound and eventually meet up with, through a slightly convoluted method, meet up with Kess Jathlet, who is one of the sort of... you get the impression he's probably one of the little offshoots of the family tree that most of the family try to pretend doesn't exist, because he's a bit other. He's a tinkering half-elf in this big warehouse, and there's a lot in there available, a great many possible items that, because of services to the family, are available to the Hand of Aegis to purchase. Ultimately, the items selected are a Lantern of Revealing, a Cloak of Protection, and Boots of Elven Kind. But there are a great many other interesting items, though mostly out of the price range right now. Also, off camera, Silverius goes and speaks to Captain Ilescu and asks for information about reports about boar activity in the woods, and that sort of thing. And hears that But based on Alescu's description, it sounds like the reports are coming from a very similar area to where the Hand of Aegis were involved previously. So that kind of gives you an idea of where things are happening. As far as the symbols of Malar, he unfortunately doesn't really have any information. Other than they usually appear overnight, despite the fact there are guards posted in various areas, whether it's the Nagra or whether it's the individual satraps guards. There's usually some sort of presence most of the time. So exactly how it's all being carried out is a bit of a mystery to him. But so far there's only been three areas where those paw prints have popped up, which is the docks, the South Gate, and the West Gate. He appreciates the information about the possibility of needing silvered weaponry or some sort of elevated weaponry to help deal with the boar threat if they were to take it on. Though he implies heavily that he has very little interest in dealing with something that currently stays outside the walls. If the threat comes inside the walls, then I think he's more likely to be proactive there. Yes, the last note here says Silverius was probably being condescending while still trying to cement his solid relationship, which seems like these are two opposite things, but it's Silverius. What are you gonna do? So let me just real quick.
Silverius made no friends.
Condescension is his love language.
Liz tells me all the time that she picks on me because she loves me, so it's got to be true.
There you go.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, probably by dinner time, you've been able to go and gather all your items. Do you want to reconvene anywhere in particular? And is there anything you want to do the night before, or do you want to just push through?
Well, before the night ends, at some point, Silverius wanted to grab Cosette. Not like physically grab her, but
Cosette, a word with you.
And
Not sure. Hide or
yeah, he just starts kind of like walking as he says that, away from any of the others that might be sort of to like a kind of like an open, like not too not too crowded of just a space off to the side, maybe not near, like he's not trying to be like way off to the side, but he's isolating himself from the rest of the group a little bit. And when they're kind of at like a spot, he's trying to think about it. Gotta shake off the... Haven't played D&D in a while. But
We've had some time. I want to commend you on your abilities previously. You have admittedly been a very capable combatant and defender of the group, and even myself.
and he puts his arm out to shake her hand.
I
her
noticed.
face went from like because doing like has to be something terrible. And he's actually being like acting nice. So she went from like fear to genuine surprise.
And he kind of like nods, and he turns, takes 2 steps away, and he unsheaths his sword and pulls his shield out. And he turns and looks at her.
I want to ask you your techniques. How you have defended so well. Would you consider showing me some methods?
And he has kind of like a real hard time expressing this.
Yeah, of course. Love to spar. Maybe next time we train will be a fair one-on-one this time.
That would be much nicer.
Well, I appreciate the social group. Just happy that my training to help protect these people that about it being put to good use. Happy to share anything I can.
And he would just like to take a little bit of time to kind of learn some of the shielding practices that Cosette has used before that have kept Silvarius especially safe in times of intense combat.
Cool.
And
So this,
go ahead.
so this is the pivot to the different fighting style, correct?
Yeah, he's starting to make that transition. I don't know how much time we want to take on this, or
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, go on.
No, go ahead. I was just thinking, like, I could imagine over like the next, like, when something comes to her, you know, like part of her, she went through kind of some more like formal training. So I think it's like not like all one at once. It's kind of like just ingrained in her. So I think as she thinks of stuff, like as they're walking, she's like, and then if somebody, you know, remember if left-handed, you know, opponent, you have to think, you know, just kind of giving tips as she goes and kind of demonstrating it, like with, obviously with the shield. Some of it is just kind of like tips, and then time to actually spar something. She'll take it.
Cosette would have noticed in any of these moments too that like Silvarius looks very just like his defensive methods are just super solo focused and maybe even a bit aggressive, but he definitely has like you've seen it in battle where he doesn't know how to defend others.
And
besides getting physically in the way.
What is the fighting style?
I want to lean towards right now he uses the one that does listed fighting. I want to shift towards the shielding. I guess it's the one that enacts disadvantage on when an enemy attacks an ally within 5 feet.
Yeah, so I guess she'd probably focus on like the shield for yourself, or you can even aggressively use the shield to push, and you know, instead of extending yourself out, you know, looking for ways you can, you know, react instead of act first is. But anyway, yeah, I imagine they just kind of have.
Cool.
All right, try and throw those in as the game goes on, just occasionally, and then I've made a note, and as long as things seem to be progressing, I'll let you know when you have pivoted.
Huzzah.
Okay, so you're planning to stay at the Traveller's Respite overnight?
Or near it.
Or near it, yeah. Cosette, if you will, just knock a couple of gold off your tally for food and supplies. And beds for those who use them. Eska, you're going to be cold again unless you do your thing. I don't know if you've done your thing yet today.
No, I'll do my thing. If need be later in the night, just to get my 4 hours, I'll come in. Like towards the end of the evening.
Okay.
That way I'll be all refreshed for the next day.
Yes. You would as the night kind of wears on a bit, around what would feel around midnighty. For one thing, you're sitting in your tree, and it was quite cloudy. The clouds start to part, which causes it to get colder as the wind picks up and pushes those clouds out. And you see above you a nice full moon, which I'm assuming that Eska likes a full moon. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so the wind's picking up. Probably getting up towards sort of 10-15 miles an hour. It's not crazy, but you would feel it, especially elevated above the most of the buildings probably. So getting unobstructed wind coming through. And so you're sort of faced with the decision of whether to stick it out or not, because you would think now it's getting probably fairly significantly below freezing. As you're weighing that up, carried on the wind, you hear a long, mournful howl.
Does it sort of sound wolfy?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I think you would know what a wolf sounds like with your background, so...
Does it feel like it's coming from outside the town or inside?
Make a survival or perception.
I think it's pretty much the same. Let's do survival. Yeah. 5. Or natural 1, if you want to.
Natural 1. The wind is kind of pushing from the west, but it's hard to judge where exactly that would be coming from. Well, you can tell the wind direction, but you can't tell if it's just being carried on the wind, if it's 2 roads over and it's just being distorted, if it's coming from way further away. It's hard to tell with the way the wind is blowing now, and it's kind of rustling what few leaves are left on the trees. I guess you might have picked an evergreen, actually. I dare say you would have done.
Yeah.
I don't know, because that would actually offer some protection.
Yeah.
So there would be some rustling, since there's actually something on those.
She'll probably actually shimmy down a tree, and she might actually just wander around this area of town a little bit, like the area that we've mostly been in. Just, probably mostly keeping to the shadows, but not trying to be completely invisible. Just to sort of get see if the vibe is fairly normal and that kind of thing. She's not going to do anything crazy, but see if anybody's acting weird or anything. And she probably just would do like a loop around the, map area that we have, pretty much. And then if nothing presented itself, she'd probably just head back to the respite and maybe go up and sleep inside.
Give me a perception check as you wander.
Perception. 8.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of do a walk around. No one is outside aside from a couple of guards you see. In fact, it's less than usual. There's one outside the Naga guardhouse. One further down. He seems sort of posted up, and there's one patrolling who, at the time you see him, is over near the two halves. And you can just make out through the gap in the trees. There seems to be only one Drake's Warden posted up outside their tower. Other than that, it seems quiet and empty, as far as you can tell.
Yeah, she'd probably just sort of take some small comfort from that then and head back into the respite and probably sneak into the Cosette's room, I guess.
Alrighty. So, morning comes. Breakfast presumably is had. Anything you guys want to do before heading out?
Nothing in particular for me.
Do we have any stops that we needed to make?
I don't think so.
I mean, gear-wise, I think you've picked everything up now. So. That being the case, give me a... Let's use this for ease. Don't panic. Where is it? There. Give me a marching order.
Out into the woods?
Out into the woods.
Back.
That's very
Wouldn't mind if trying to particularly.
If we know where we're going and we don't need huge navigating, I'll probably end up being up there with Cassette too.
Yeah, so at least initially going back to, you know that you can take the road. If you head out the west gate, you pretty much are heading. It's the start of the road back to Badger Down, and then that kind of goes across the north edge of the forest. There is a path that you can sort of turn immediately outside the gate that goes around the outside, links up with the south road that then would take you down the east side of the forest and along the coast down towards the Pickled Quipper. So, and you know that where you faced the Boar previously would have been like along that west road a little way and then into the woods. So yeah, I mean, certainly to get back to where you were previously, you probably don't need that. That's just a case of figuring out roughly where it was. So if we say that there's theoretically 3 rows that you could be in, you could probably just tell me which row you want to be in based on. I should be able to just change your number on the turn order thing. Hopefully, maybe.
Huh.
I don't know if that'll work. Maybe.
Third row.
If
Yeah.
It does work.
the clankers are insistent on going out front, then I will just do second.
No. Okay. Thought it was better, but it's slow now.
You could probably just sneak into row 1 and we'd never hear you.
Not me. I'm a klutz.
No. Everybody always knows where Smokey's at. The noisiest flea we've ever heard.
Despite a pretty good deck.
Yeah.
Actually, you said 3? That
yeah.
did not take.
And Kedox is airborne.
Oh, yeah.
He's row 4? 0?
Sure. Let me just pop him on. That turn. He can be row 4.
Got
And then
eyes in the
Butter
sky.
and Cosette, where were you?
Second.
Second, and then Cosette first. Sword. There we go. Lovely. And that worked out nice. Okay. So that gives me an idea of how you're walking. So it takes probably about... Once you get outside the city, it probably takes about 20-30 minutes to get back to the area of the woods where you think it was before. The wind is pretty cold. I mean, we're talking right now. It's still early. You're probably in the teens Fahrenheit temperature wise, so it's a bit nippy out. And it is the wind is blowing pretty steadily, so you need to be pretty well bundled up. And as you get into the trees where you think you were before, it takes you almost no time before you start seeing large slash marks in the trees, and the ground, it's not, there's actually in this part of the woods there's a light dusting of snow. It must have fallen yesterday. And you can see a dark trail of something on the, that's like standing out on the snow. Looks sort of like a reddish black color, that appears to be leading deeper into the woods.
A reddish black color?
Yeah, reddish black color.
Like blood?
Could be. I don't know. You tell me.
Can I check?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh.
History check.
No, please don't.
That's right.
Don't let Angie DM ever. Everything's history check.
Only history
Well, then
checks.
that's when you create your historian character. That's
Yeah,
fine.
right. Exactly.
And then everything will be perception. This will be survival, please.
Gotcha.
Smokey would creep over and sniff.
Okay. You can give me perception or survival.
Are you sniffing the blood or are you sniffing Badur?
The supposed blood.
15 for me.
Oh wait, I need to pull up my sheet. That's right.
Game show. Smokey, show us what you smelled.
Well, I click. Oh, there it goes. 22.
22. Okay. Yeah, Badur, you're able to assess this is blood. And in fact, both of you feel pretty confident. Most likely, this is boar blood. The smell is unpleasant. There's something else mixed in too. You get the smell of the blood, but you're also picking up sort of wet fur or something that's sort of lingering in the area. It doesn't feel like necessarily super fresh. Like, it's not like 2 seconds before you got there was a wet furry creature, but there's definitely like a lingering musty smell.
Would I know if it smells differently to a normal boar potentially?
Much more exciting than your typical boar.
I don't know that you'd be able to tell that, no.
Okay.
Whilst we're at this point, may I ask a slightly retroactive question, which is, I would have been checking to see as we left town and made our way over here. That felt like as we left town especially would have been a good time to see if anybody was following us.
Okay.
Seeing as we seem to be being followed a lot.
That's why
retroactive perception check.
That's why you're covering the rear.
Yeah, that's... I forgot about it till now, but I'm thinking back to when we left. 22.
One job.
Okay. So there's... Interesting. There's a reasonable amount of foot traffic at this time of day already. It is cold, but people still gotta do stuff. And so as you're leaving, there's a what you would assume is some sort of merchant cart that's heading out down the road. A fairly shaggy looking ox that's pulling the cart, with a merchant and a couple of people sitting in the back with the goods. And there's a small group of travelers that are they actually leave just ahead of you. But you can see them sort of heading down the road. They're going at a good pace. Probably by the time you're out there, you can see them like 100, 150 feet ahead of you. And they seem to be moving maybe a little faster than you. So certainly the road's not empty. The cart is definitely getting away from you guys. And unless you try to, that group would get ahead of you as well on the road.
And I guess it would have been sort of similarly as we turned off the main road. Does anything seem to follow us?
No, I mean, so looking ahead, you can you can't see the cart anymore. It's gone sort of, it's not a Roman road. It's not dead straight or anything. So they've gone around a bend and out of sight, and the other group as well. Looking back, there is another small group, maybe 2 or 3, who are a good way back. Probably would take over. Let's see, how long does it take to walk places? They're probably like a couple of minutes behind you, but you can make them out. You can't really tell anything about that group because they're quite far back, quite small.
What I might do under the circumstances is, just because of how things have been, we've constantly being watched. I know some of it's through magical means, but just out of curiosity, and seeing as we know where we're going in the woods, once we turn off, I will let the others know that I will catch them up, and I'll just wait like a minute or two, sort of not long after we turn off. Maybe I'll scupper up a tree and just keep an eye for a couple minutes, and if nothing shows up, I'll come back down and head on.
Okay. Hold that thought.
Sorry,
No, that's good. That's good. You are now up a tree.
let's have that lantern on at all times. Just
Oh, that's right.
constantly. Yeah.
Do I have that? Did we decide that I was having the lantern?
we're never gonna use it.
Smokey left it in the inn.
Oh man, it was daylight.
Wait, you wanted me to bring that?
He just set it down on his cloak of protection that he left back there as well.
He is bundled in that cloak of protection because he's like freezing because he doesn't really have wintry clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess we'll assume that you bought some oil for it too, because otherwise it doesn't work.
The lantern?
Oh, the lantern needs oil?
Yeah.
What kind of terrible magic lantern is this?
I know. Rich never made us use oil, did he, Eli?
He never tracked it, at least. But
No, he didn't.
that just
In my
sounds like
DM notes, there was
for 6
a
hours on
long
1 pint of oil.
Yeah,
So-
you were fine.
Oh, yeah, we didn't really... We
it
just
only
popped it out.
Yeah, it only runs on snake oil.
You
So-
were lucky. You were up to 5 hours and 50 minutes. You were about to run into a big problem, but you know.
Yeah, whatever. Like you were keeping track.
You would just need to be cognizant of that if you were planning on keeping it on all the time.
Yeah.
You would need to think about that. That's all.
See, do I have any oil just in my pockets?
I mean, probably.
Hopefully not in your pockets.
I just here you go. Sorry, it's not in packets.
His hands just
Squeeze
dripping.
it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't, by the way, just so everybody's clear on that. It's a joke.
no pocket oil.
No.
Maybe Bardo is naturally oily and it sort of congeals into his pockets and he wrings it out.
How he keeps his beard so smooth.
Yeah.
It's natural. Dwarves are naturally oily. They don't put that in the lore, but
They
it's
really
true.
are. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so Eska's up a tree. Smoky Bar Door, you've seen this trail. It's leading deeper into the woods, so what do you want to do? It like goes through, there's like a thicket that it kind of looks like it goes into, possibly through, hard to say. James, I can't hear a thing you're saying.
Oh, James.
Hello.
Oh, there he is. He's alive again.
Yes. No, just communicating with the group that this seems like Boar's blood. So maybe a trail to follow. A very easy, weird trail. That is in no way an ambush.
Was the age of the blood because it was black and red?
Blackish red.
Blackish red. That's more of a not fresh, but not too old. So like generally, like I don't know how to Eli doesn't know how to gauge age of blood. Besides when I cut myself.
Based off,
Depending on how much there is, it does start to turn brown pretty quick.
Yeah, could between our rolls, could Smokey and I kind of determine like how long we think it's been since the blood has been bled?
Yeah, that seems reasonable. So where it's there's like some areas where it's just like a few little spots here and there. Those have browned up pretty quick, but there are areas where it's kind of pooled a bit more, where it's still a bit more vibranty red, because the quantity of it, I think, has helped with that too. You would guess, certainly, this is within the last 12 hours. Maybe less. There's some freshness to it. It hasn't frozen, for instance, which presumably it can do if it's cold enough. Since there's a lot of water involved, so.
Probably something to follow. I feel like this is a good lead.
But are we indeed being led into a trap? I can send Kedox out.
It's probably smart. Does it look like there was a scuffle here?
Ooh, yeah, good question.
Yes. Yeah, you see, there's more slash marks in the trees. There is a mess of footprints around. And hoof prints, for that matter. And there's definitely, you can see, where it kind of goes into that thicket, you can see some broken branches and stuff that indicates that stuff is pushed through.
Those
Do
hoof
the
prints.
footprints look like humans
Yeah.
or?
So there's, you see boot prints and hoof prints. Hard to say beyond that.
Would
You
they?
can't tell who was wearing the boot.
History check. Did the boars before have feet or hooves?
No.
No.
No. Yeah, I was just trying to think if there was anything that kind of like seemed familiar with the hoofs.
Outside of
Outside of boar,
Olwyn?
Okay.
it's a boar hoof, not a
Okay.
So they are
not
smaller.
a horse hoof. Yeah, small. Not that small actually. Quite big boary hoof prints. Bigger than your average boar.
So do the boar prints then move off towards the one way, and then
Yes.
the boots, do they go off in a different direction?
Everything seems to be leading to that thicket, and then out of sight.
Or is there any sounds going on around us?
No.
Okay.
It's troublingly quiet.
The worst kind of quiet.
It's early. Birds typically more active in the morning. No bird song. No drumming of a woodpecker. Just the gentle chink of armors. Cosette and Silverius look around. And the slight crunch of the thin layer of snow here underfoot.
Knowing the situation, I'm gonna pull out my Falcata to be on guard. And I'll look around. It's like we should get Eska up here, close ranks.
I only intended to be in the tree a minute or two if it helps.
She's
well,
she's
this
right
hasn't
behind
taken
him.
very long.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm here. Like I do that. Over that.
Yeah, hasn't been very long yet.
Okay.
The group hasn't caught up to your location yet.
Hang on, the group hasn't caught up to my location?
There was a group behind you.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, not the Hand of Aegis.
Okay.
The other group, the group that was behind you, have not caught up to you yet.
Oh, okay. I mean, I wasn't hoping that they would,
Okay.
if you
well,
see
they
what I mean. Okay. I guess I'll wait to see if at least they turn, unless somebody calls me, in which case I won't.
You have been summoned. Bardor has put that across to everybody at least.
Yeah, he probably did it in a really quiet way as well.
Use that horn.
Eska to the front.
Eska! If you're not in a room, does it just talk to the planet?
No, it amplifies you to 10 times your normal volume
Okay.
if you are not in an enclosed.
So if this
Which in
wasn't already a
Severus's-
trap,
In Severus's case, that is the rest of the plan.
It's pretty loud. Pretty loud. So yeah, Eska is up a tree. Is anyone going to check in? Are you just gonna leave or you don't care?
I'm waiting for her.
Yes, Savarius assumed that this was just Eska doing what she does at this point.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Did
technically true.
Eska say anything, or just drop out of group again?
No, she told us.
Yeah. I would have said I'm just gonna hang back and just check that nobody's following. And I feel with as paranoid as we all are, nobody probably would have really disagreed that hard.
No.
So it's been about 3.5 minutes now. Group hasn't come up yet.
Oh, they're so slow.
Or they're not
I mean,
coming.
they got closer though, right? Are they? Or did they just stop?
It's that,
Wait, can you
that scene
so
in
were
Monty
you set
Python.
to where you could see the road,
No.
or were you watching to see if
Yeah,
they
it
turned
was
into
once
the
we
woods?
just went inside the woods, so I guess it would have only been if they appeared.
Yep, they haven't appeared yet.
Okay, I will take that. Seeing as they felt like they're in a couple of minutes behind, I will take that as they're not coming after a couple of minutes, and I'll just go wee and slide down the tree and meet the other guys.
All right, as you say, you do give away your location, so if you can, okay, yeah, you can catch up. The others.
Be careful. This looks like blood that you have come across.
Yes, we know.
This could be a trap.
Thank you.
What if it's a trap? They may already know we are here. It is so quiet.
Yes, I had noticed that myself. I could hear you all from back there.
We could hear you say, we.
Sorry about that. She will draw her new bow lovingly. Just get a rag out real quick and polish it a little bit, pop it away. Test the string a couple of times.
Puts the
What
rag
does
in
it do?
Barter's beer, get some oil.
Yeah. That's how we maintain all our weapons. We just rub it on their
We should bottle this.
What is the plan?
We don't have a plan yet.
Okay.
I
But
was
perhaps-
going to send Kedox forward.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Save us any potential first encounters.
All right. Well, if you send Kedox forward.
And I would like to keep him off the ground, like kind of up in the trees a little bit, and he's sort of jump gliding, like squirrel gliding from tree branch to tree branch. Not trying to be super obvious, but also like give himself a good enough view that it's not too blocked by, depending on how thick everything is here.
Gotcha. So, going through the thicket, there's, like, as he can kind of get above it, cross through. Not too far out, maybe just, let's say, 20 feet out. There is a fairly well-defined path beyond the thicket that's going through the woods. Leads down and away, dips down a little bit, and what Kedox can see is there's still that trail of blood, with some, again, similar sort of situation where every now and then there's like a larger pool that seems to be there, and once the trail kind of meets up to that path, it then follows the path down into a bit of a dip. There's like some raised areas on either side that the path goes kind of through this little mini valley. And on, it's quite away from him still. Wait. Oh, I know what's happening. There's this dip in the valley. There is a tree that's collapsed over the path. And beyond that, there is what looks to be a very unwell boar. Quite a large boar. From sort of where the path dips down, it is a long way away. Hold on, let me see how far this is. Where's the measuring tool? It's under tools. It's got to be under tools, right?
It's on the left side.
Those tools.
The little hairbrush looking thing. Oh, well, I say the hairbrush under the text.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm good.
I'm assuming that only you see this right now, right, Phil?
That's correct. So from where the
And Sylvaris is relaying all that he sees through Kedox.
so yeah, there's this path down. The trail of blood follows all the way through. It goes around this fallen tree, and then it's about 200, probably 250 feet from where he kind of enters this, like gets on the path to where the boar is. Give me a stealth check for Kedox. I'm assuming he's trying to stay all nimbly bimbly.
Yeah.
Jumping from tree to tree, all nimbly bimbly.
We should have given him the boots of Elvenkind.
Does that apply when you're flying?
Not really.
Unnatural 20.
Okay. He's feeling pretty good about himself.
You slept in the boots last night.
So yeah, he's able to, as you say, like scoot around from tree to tree. Around this dip, there's less trees, but he's able to stay pretty well.
And you said
well out.
You said there's an injured boar there.
Yeah,
alive?
a large boar. How close does he want to get?
He'll identify it to begin with. Maybe.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, from as far as 200 feet, he can. There's a clear route to see it because of the path. It's kind of created a clear view. He can see the boar, and yeah, it's about.
I can only telepathically link for up to 100 feet. So beyond that, I'll lose direct communication with Hedog. So
yeah. So right now he's probably where he's got to, sort of like the top of the where it joins the path. He's probably still only like 30-40 feet away. It's really not that far through the thicket to get to the path. But then from there, yeah, it's like I said, the boar's over 200 feet away. So it's up to you how you want to.
You might go out 50 more feet just to get like a little bit better of a sight. Make sure nothing's on the pathway.
Okay. You want to give me a perception check?
Yes. This will be Kedox luckily has advantage. 13.
Okay. So what he can see is, yeah, you can see the trail goes towards that boar. And then it does seem to be maybe breathing with difficulty. It's big. Like, now that he's got a little bit closer, you're getting a feel for the size of this thing, and this is not a standard boar. This is probably some sort of giant boar thing. Which would explain how it's still alive after leaving a trail of blood quite so significant too. But yeah, that's what he's seeing so far. Nothing else out of the ordinary.
So Sylvaris says,
Have we determined that these boars are animal in nature?
Is he asking if they're animals or monsters, essentially?
Yeah.
I think the other ones were monsters, right? Essentially,
were like-
or
Wereboars or something like that?
yeah. So they were not animals. I don't know what you count them as, but I don't think they were strictly animal like beasts.
I
But I
can
suppose-
see him through Kedox. He is injured. I did not know if we try the ring of animal influence.
It might be worth a try. If it is an actual boar, that would be different to what we met. Are we going to all approach together? Or should some hem back in case it is a trap?
It may be better to stagger.
As stealth is not an issue here, I am happy to provide cover rather than go forwards.
There was 2 valleys also, or it was a valley with 2 high spots.
Yeah. Yeah, it sort of dips down, and you can see it's staggered. There's there's possibly multiple layers on the left and right.
Approach from multiple angles.
Yeah.
We could
Send a team
order
left
an
and right.
Eska on the outside. Smokey wherever he sees fit. Just not being stealthy.
There may come a day where I can be stealthy.
Do you want to
Who
take,
had the ring?
Cosette, right?
I think I. Yeah, I'll go.
Do you want to go left or right, Bado?
Right.
I shall take left. And I guess we will keep as hidden as we can, just in case.
Sounds good.
All right, so Eska left, Bardo right, Cosette Severus
And Smokey.
and Smokey in the middle. Is Kedox still going for ride along?
He'll stay. How open is the valley? Like foliage wise?
It's fairly open. I mean, I feel like at this point I can show you. Hold on.
So I'm either gonna keep him in the trees, or if he can just kind of hover up top, I'll take him in the sky.
Let me do this. Ooh,
It's just really
the zoom
odd.
is
One
very sensitive.
solo injured boar.
Alright, let me make sure everything's right. Hold on, I think everything's right. We'll find out. We'll find out together. Look.
New map. Cool.
So you can see the snow is kind of a little thicker in parts here. You can wow, this zoom is when I'm trying to zoom and it goes from like no zoom to all zoom, and that's it. Those are my choices. If I'm just scrolling. If I press the little thingies on the side, it's a lot more relaxed. So yeah, you can see here's the gang. as usual. So yeah, you can see the tree coverage is fairly low at this point. You can also see, just to be clear, the map is kind of almost on two different scales there. You've got like the big squares and the little squares. So the little squares are the ones that are 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you can see now as you come kind of push through the branches to get to the road, you can see the boar from where you're at. Bardor, if you've gone off to the right there, you can no longer see the boar, to be fair. And there's you would have to go back up the road if you wanted to try and get up onto that higher area.
How far back?
It's about, it looks like there's a fairly easy to navigate area, like 50 feet back. So if you wanted to scurry back, you can do that.
I want to do that to get some high ground.
Okay. So you can get up there with just a quick loop back.
And I am trying to be stealthy.
I assumed. Give me a roll. Eska, you said you were being stealthy. Also, please give me a roll.
Yeah, I'm going to be stealthy, head out to the side, and I'm going to try and sort of walk forward at a similar, keep roughly an eye on them and stay roughly level with them as they go.
Okay.
28.
22.
Okay, pretty good. So, yeah. I guess keep your, if you will, control your guys as you move. Obviously bear in mind you can't necessarily be hidden if you're standing out in the open. Though if you're moving slowly and quietly, you may not draw attention to yourself potentially.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only so stealthy you can be if you're standing in the middle of an open space.
I don't know what you're talking about.
So you see that there's a couple of these large boulders on the side of the road that have rolled into the valley a little bit. Road is a strong term, path. And so, trio in the middle, I guess quartet, if we're going to include key dogs. And we should include key dogs, shouldn't we, everybody? So, what's your plan?
I will be holding out the lantern and shining it about to see if I see anything comes into view.
All right. What is it? 30 feet or invisible. Got it.
It isn't
currently nothing.
It isn't dark as well, right? So it would be a weird effect of like something just appearing out of nowhere in this current circumstances.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah, the light is essentially meaningless because there is morning sunlight coming through.
These soft shadows are even softer.
Yes.
And if I get a choice of what color it shines, it'll be emerald green.
Well, that would show up.
Oh, great Gatsby of you.
Okay.
The ring has oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
30 feet is the, so closer than I. That close, but closer than I.
Give the ring to Eska or Bardur and just sneak up right behind it and be like, "Hey,
You're my friend."
Okay. So, if you guys in the middle are moving in that direction, you can move yourself.
I'm trying to stay in the up top, like in the bushes. So I'm gonna like follow that line. Gonna pop down, then I'll appear again like 5 feet, pop down 15 feet, like a gopher.
Mm-hmm.
You just see this Bardur come up behind the rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
goes down.
like the dog and duck hunt.
Yep.
And through
I'm
the boar is just looking injured, right? Not like agitated and like. Did it have an
Yeah,
affect?
It looks injured. It's just sort of sitting there, breathing heavily. You can see from that far out for sure. And it's kind of sitting down. Well, lying down, I guess, at the moment. And it sees you guys slowly walking towards it.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't seem.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, it sees some of you guys slowly walking towards it. It's not really changing its temperament right now.
As Cosette, Smokey, and Silvarius are moving forward,
We approach without showing hostility if it charges. I remember back with the axe beak. We can throw it to the ground and perhaps make reason, and if not, our mission has not changed. Should it come to that.
lest say otherwise.
All right, hold it right there. Eska, as you get to here, you hear up above you, on the level up, you hear a whistle of some sort.
Like a football game has just finished, or
No.
Okay.
You would know from your times in the tribe, this is almost certainly a very specific. This isn't just a random whistling note. This is probably a specific message that's being sent with the way it's like the phrasing of the whistle. And as you hear that, you come around the rocks here. You do see waiting, looking down at the road. You see two marksmen who were hunkered down and, having heard the whistle, are suddenly looking around slightly panicked. You can see that they're watching carefully. They were watching carefully down down into the valley area where the path is. And then as soon as they hear that whistle, they start looking around frantically.
do I have time to duck back behind the rock? Or do they look round and I'm like there and, you know?
You probably have a half second to act before they do. Because your stealth was pretty high. So there's an opportunity to act.
I will attempt to duck back behind the rock before they glance round.
Okay. Make another stealth check.
Dead.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
Or average, as we could otherwise call it.
Yeah, right. It seems so bad though, doesn't it? It's just not
Yeah,
how
it
that works.
does.
Yeah.
Do me a solid, and you can roll me some initiative.
Everybody.
Nope, not yet.
So, out of curiosity, did I hear the whistle from where I'm at?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
14.
18.
Oh, 15.
15.
Birds.
You probably would have heard something, but whether I don't know that you would be specifically identifying that as anything in particular.
Shall I roll an intelligence check? I heard it. Do I understand it?
You know what? Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair.
Let's make it a
heard
history check to see if you really.
No, straight intelligence is fine.
Thank you.
In fact, that may be worse. I'm not sure if he put anything into a history yet.
It's the same. 8.
8, you say?
Yes, that is what I said. Just feel like it's worse if you say it's history, though. I don't know.
Barter
Yeah.
thinks somebody won a soccer game.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a match today.
Yeah, you're not sure. You can't even specifically say for certain that it was unnatural.
Sounds good.
I feel like I'm in one of those situations where you've walked into a combat and the rest of the party is just far enough away that they're completely out of the initiative right now and they're completely unaware it's happening. Unless
Like-
they walk just a couple steps closer and then they'll be in.
Like Divinity.
Yeah.
It might be a Baldur's Gate reference, not a Baldur's Gate. Different game entirely.
It does it in both
An off
games.
show.
All right. So you got a 14, Eska?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what happens is, these two guys do in fact notice you.
May I ask a question? What do they look
yes.
like?
Fair. They are humanoid. We'll say I'll do the classic. One looks like they have a slightly reddish tint. One looks like they have a slightly bluish tint. They are dressed in what looks like pretty light armor, probably just leather maybe, with some furs. They have on their faces, as you see them both turn to look towards you, you see they've got like a big red paw print right across their face.
Oh, that's a worry.
And
Like they were eating some like barbecue and they had a mosquito on their face and they're like,
that's almost certainly what it was, yeah. And so they're going to turn and look at you, and they are going to start shooting.
At me?
Yeah.
this couldn't have worked out any better.
Wait, let me just check. Who's...
Flawless plan executed. Get Eska shot.
I want to edit it now so that for the final thing, as he goes back and forth between us, the music changes from like combat music to like just peaceful music.
So the reddish one, takes shot 14 hit.
Nope.
No, don't think so. How about a 10?
It's been ages since I've been shot at. No.
You say that out
About as
loud?
effective as last time.
Yeah.
It's been ages.
How
Oh,
about
it's been a
14?
while. What was sorry?
14?
Oh, that does not hit this time either.
Still doesn't hit. What about 15?
That does not
No.
hit.
Okay, so you have definitely they were taken aback, but they were given a warning. So they turn around and in rapid succession fire 4 shots at you as you're taking evasive maneuvers. One of them clatters off the rock and away, and the others just narrowly brush past you. What would you like to do?
I kind of feel bad for them. I'm going to give them another round, see if they can do better.
Doesn't seem likely, does it?
No, let's see.
That was amazingly consistently bad.
Esker is going to run around the rock to the front of the valley and blow the cover by shouting, "Ambush!"
Okay. That's
Oh, do I get an action?
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yep. That's 30 feet.
I mean, these guys don't
You could-
seem like they're probably gonna, be nice. So as I had my bow drawn from earlier,
Yeah.
I'll just fire a close ranger at one of them.
Do you want to shoot first and then run around?
Yeah, that probably makes sense. Am I
There
just
is
gonna
no
hit the
giant
rock?
in between you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
It'll
get
be a
round
very
to the side of the
close
rock and I still had the action. Yeah. So
On
I
today's
should-
episode of Not How to Use Action Economy.
Yeah.
While that's happening, if everyone else could give me whatever that thing is.
Initiative roll?
History
Yeah,
check.
hold on.
Click on your characters.
Please don't do this to me.
Esker will grasp the bow of
18.
Valanthe, draw an arrow forth, and fire it point blank. For
Makes
14.
me sad.
That was 14. Okay.
I'm 13.
Oh, it did my damage. That's weird. It doesn't normally do that.
18.
I don't like it when it does that.
Oh, interesting. A 14, you say?
19.
Yeah.
I made the mistake. Oh, what was in that? 14 hits.
Hooray! That's 14 piercing damage.
Which one were you shooting at?
That's a reasonable question. I will shoot at the closest one, which I guess was the one that has a slightly redder shade of red to his face paint.
Okay. He is a mess. He is a big mess. Barely hanging on. That like goes into the sort of like chest area. Hits hard. And he is he's bad off. But he is still standing.
Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll run round the other side of the rock and shout, "Ambush!"
Oh, okay. Good plan. Okay. Let me just one sec.
This is interesting. I feel like we've walked into a weird situation here. I don't know about anybody else.
Yes.
We kind of saw it coming. Like, we thought it could be a trap.
Yeah.
That's true.
On the whole?
That bit. I mean, the trap, yes, but these don't seem to be werebores.
Maybe they are. Maybe
We
they're
haven't
not in
confirmed
boar
that.
form.
I mean, he seemed to take maximum damage there.
He took maximum damage. He did not like that.
I mean, I know we can't sort of discuss it because we're in the middle of fighting. I just think it's interesting.
In between every attack, we're like, but this is very
Curious.
peculiar.
Yep.
Right. Let me just sorry.
I guess I need to put key docs in the initiative order.
Oh yeah, do that. That would be good.
Where is
I just have
Kedox?
a couple of moving parts. That's all.
He's over on the left.
Yeah, he hasn't made the full trip down yet.
Oh.
Alright, nearly done. Okay. I think that's done. So, last but not least, I just need to. So you. This is a note to myself that when this is I probably could have done a bit of this rolling earlier. Apologies. I'm realizing that. But hey ho, here we go. This is what you're stuck with, I'm afraid. Oh dear, that's.
You've been our DM for years. We know this is what we're stuck with.
It's and that's gonna be like a.
If I come across this point when I'm editing, it'll look like you're really slick.
I appreciate that.
Because
Drag this out like way longer.
Yeah.
It's like
Against
3
behalf-
hours
I'll make
later.
Yeah. I'll just
Um,
have Phil on repeat going, just give me one more sec. I'm just.
All right, so we're gonna go to the top of the morning to you, which is Smokey.
Yes.
So you hear Eska shout ambush. As you look around, you do not see any attackers presently.
And I don't know. Okay. So I will just, because we're close to this tree, right? Is this a very large tree?
Well, yeah, it's
In the sense of like the trunk, is it big around, like something I could run up to and put my back up against and kind of like try to assess where this is coming from?
yeah, it's probably it's getting on for 10 feet wide.
Okay.
Like 8 feet wide. It's a big tree.
Yeah.
So it definitely could provide you an amount of cover.
Okay. So hearing her say that would be my thing, is I'm
She
gonna
really quiet.
just
hmm
oh sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to run up to run up to the tree, put my back to it, crouch, and kind of like, well, I guess if the top of my head isn't showing, I'll just stay standing. Otherwise I'll crouch down and kind of look behind me and survey the area that I can see from that point.
Okay. As you do that, so show me where you're moving to.
Yeah. So like right here.
Okay. As you move across, you see some movement right behind the tree stump area. And it looks like something is getting ready to spring out from there.
Okay.
They haven't emerged yet, but they are preparing to after hearing Eska shout, they are getting ready to act. But you've seen them before they've moved.
Okay. Do I still have more things I can do?
I don't see why not. Really, all
I,
you've done is move so far.
yeah, okay. I grab one of my darts and throw it at him in a quick like knee-jerk reaction to seeing them.
Okay. I will say that will alert your comrades to know that there's a threat there. So that's definitely done that. It's going to be at half cover, so it's a little harder to hit.
Yeah. Okay.
But you can certainly hoy a dart.
Does it work if I click on that? Do that. Let's see what that does. Does that do anything?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't hurl 40 at them, but you know.
Oh, wow.
Just
God,
threw the
that's
bag
aggressive.
at them.
Knee-jerk reaction.
You fight like a woman. Who throws a bag? That hits.
40 d4 damage. Sorry, silver damage. My bad.
Well, we'll go down to 39 now, unless I can retrieve it later.
Say, what's your damage?
Oh, sorry. I forgot that's the thing. The next thing, isn't it? That. Boom.
It is. It's very much the next step. But some people think it's quite important. I don't know. It's kind of overrated. But.
See if that does it. Okay, yeah.
And how much was that?
So
7. 15 to hit and 7 to damage.
So as you sort of rush across, you see that movement and instinctively lob a dart. And you see out of the corner of your eye as you keep moving, you see it thunk into a very furry-looking arm. And I will move this guy onto the main layer so you can now see him. He is preparing to act, but he has not gone. Anything else?
I will just prepare another dart in my hands.
Okay. No problem. Severus, you are up.
Seeing where Smokey threw that dart, Silvarius is going to unsheath his normal longsword, and he'll kind of like, with his shield up, start making his way in between the two until he kind of rounds, and he does a quick like right left look to sort of assess what's all on this side of the tree and the stump.
You do see as you look right beyond the fallen tree, you see what looks a lot like the thing to your left, but there is another chap waiting on the far side down there who looks like he's getting ready to move as well.
All right, he's gonna point with his sword at the one that's farther away and be like, "One there," and then do like a spinning slash at the one that he saw on the beside the stump.
Okay. Yep.
And
you may attack.
And so, all right, I have not attacked then for freaking ever.
Yeah.
So, sword catches fire with a white flame blade on the swing. And 21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right, so I'm level 5. Level 5, the man attack deals an extra 1d8 fire damage. 1d8. All right, so I get another extra d8 fire damage.
Is that what that second one is? Or is...
5th level. That extra 1d8 fire damage. Oh,
I don't know if it had scaled it up or not. I don't.
no, that is correct, because then the second creature would be... No, that's correct. You're right. So that's going to be just total 13 fire damage to this guy.
Okay. He doesn't appreciate that. He has been hit. And you see the fire sort of like singes the fur, and there's a awful, slightly burnt pork smell in the air.
Eesh.
Wouldn't you get your normal attack on the top of that too? So that's just the fire damage, right?
The melee attack deals an extra d8 fire damage to the target. And the fire damage to the second creature increases by 1d8 plus your spellcasting.
This is on a hit, the target suffers the attack's normal effects, and white fire leaps from the target to a different creature of your choice.
Oh, please.
Yeah, I may have input my information wrong.
Was it Xanathars?
Think so.
Oh, what a terrible time to not know where my book is.
So you're saying there should be like weapon damage on top, just regular weapon damage on top of that?
Mm-hmm. I mean, it says to
Or
a
at least-
different creature, but why? Like that seems very
Well,
strange.
yeah, man, I should have read up on this thing. It's been a
No,
long time.
and I not to call you out on it. I just
No.
like I would have figured, I would have.
It's a slightly odd spell. Oh, you're not. Why aren't you in there?
Because when I just saw the fire, I was like, surely you will do like some slashing or something on top of that, and then
I think you're right, because like
jumps.
Is it concentration?
no, it's just a action. Every swing. 1d8.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's Tasha's and Skag. Okay. So on a hit, they take a normal attack. So it's just a regular damage. And you can cause green fire to leap from the target to a different creature of your choice. Second creature takes at 5th level deals an extra d8 fire damage on a hit. And okay, so what it is, the initial damage is not fire. It's regular stab first, and then a second target would take your spell ability modifier of fire, and then at 5th level the first target takes d8 fire, and the second target goes to d8 plus your modifier.
Okay.
So, since there's only one target, what he's going to take is, it would be a regular attack with a sword, and then a d8 of fire.
Okay. So
what I will say, for now, as you go to strike him, you see the sword hits his skin, and as it does so, like, there's a thin trail of blood that immediately heals over, but the fire does lick around and start burning his fur. So give me just a d8.
Oops.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry. Use that 7 for the d8. Or
Gotcha.
if that's fine with you.
Sure. So he's not as damaged as we thought he was. Because only the fire effect. As the sword strikes through and he just brushes that off.
Okay, and he'll noticing that, yeah, he'll holler back and
Now's the time for your weapons.
Right, what's that? You're up.
I think she's gonna move. Can I get between there? Between kind of go around the stump on the other side.
Yeah, it's a bit awkward, but I would think you could get there.
Okay. Trap him.
He feels trapped.
And then do a couple X with the move star.
I will say, because of where the tree stump is, from that position you well,
no
no,
uppercuts.
that's fine, carry on. Yeah, probably no uppercuts. That is, I think that's a
fair
reasonable
enough.
thing.
Or only downward and uppercuts, no sideways.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So she's
That's your new
practiced with
technique,
this.
just
She feels like
Up and down.
yeah,
whack-a-mole.
I'm just bopping it. So she's practiced it. She's tested the weight, but this is the first time she's really 25 to hit.
That is a hit.
Damage it.
It says 5.
Oh, because it rolls 2 for some. Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Oh, that's in case. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
okay.
happened that your strength is the same as the second dice.
Yes, okay, weird.
That is a palpable hit, and you see the damage lingering as the Morningstar bites into his tough skin.
Okay.
So yeah, that damage takes.
And then second attack.
Yep.
11.
11 hits.
Oh, heyo. 13 piercing.
Yeah, dude is not really wearing much in the way of armor. He's just got
fair.
some thick old pigskin going on. So yeah, that's a lot of damage. Ooh, I think I mathed right. That's good. Yeah. So he takes that and goes, ow. Anything else? Okay. Yeah. So he kind of roars out in pain. He's not a happy boy. So the two on the hill are going to, I didn't actually measure that. I should measure that. I think that was too far. 15, 20, 30. It was definitely too far. This one's going to come around and take shots at Eska. Oh, a 19.
A 19 hits.
We did it, boys. The first one just goes sailing way over your head into the valley. Nowhere near you. The 9. But the second one, 19 for 9 piercing.
Eska's dead.
The second guy is going to come around here. And 3 targets. Is going to 4 targets. No, is going to shoot at Smokey, who seems the least protected right now. She's going to have to come here just to get a better angle. But it's shooting down. This is probably, let's see, this is like a 20 foot rise. So there's a decent amount of angle down here.
20 foot up, you say? Interesting.
Goodness, that's an 8 to hit. That's not good. I think that misses Smokey.
She had to AFK just for a second, so I will say doesn't hit.
18 might. I can pull that up.
18 does, for sure.
Yeah, because I think her new AC with the cloak is 16.
Yeah. So that'll be a 7 points of damage.
Okay.
A bit bad for attacking her while she wasn't there, but oh well, these things happen. So now my time has come. I want to kill the Hand of Aegis.
Do they know our name
Sorry,
though?
I
don't
was-
know if that's lore accurate.
I was listening,
No.
but I had an armful of laundry.
Now is not the time.
Angie, we're in a
Oh.
battle.
Focus.
No, it's not Angie. Smokey has an
Smokey.
armful of laundry.
It's like, why did we bring this cat again?
He's always doing laundry.
Yeah, I know. It's like the snow is good for the laundry. Look, you just rub it in.
Okay. So seeing these two just attack it, the slightly green tinged chap here, who's in a very unfortunate 2-on-1 situation, is going to put all their effort into attacking Cosette because she did the most damage. So I was going to make 2 attacks. First, there's a big old mole thing that it's going to swing at you.
Question.
Yes.
Can Silvarius start, like, thinking about this, and even if it doesn't work, he's, like, kind of like he's attempting to use some of the techniques that
Give me
have
a
been
percentile
discussed.
roll. Yes.
I'd like to think that from now on, when you two are next to each other, you hold your shields in front of each other instead of yourselves. Like, because you're both defending.
The worst shield wall.
16.
So you attempt. I would say it won't use your reaction because that would be mean.
No, I'm fine with
but
it
it
even
does.
using it.
But you're looking at it. Really, the challenge right now is that it's slightly awkward with the tree placement to be able to affect too much.
His shield just runs into the tree.
But so you give it a go. Your training is still very early stages, but I will say there is a chance that you might be able to pull this off. So first swing is with a maul. That is a oh, it's a crit, which, as we know, is not a crit.
Oh,
Every time. Oh, and I rolled so bad on the first 2 dice. That is shockingly poor. So it brings this hammer down. You are able to get your shield up, which helps deflect some of the damage. So it only deals 6 bludgeoning as it comes in with a large sort of angry swing down on you. And as you sort of like are shaking from that, and your shield gets slightly knocked out the way, it then tries to go at you with the tusks. That is a 21 to hit.
Jeez.
So that is 8 slashing. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. I forget what happens. I get a +1.
you
You
get
get no. You
plus
get,
2.
You get a plus. You get a plus con. Whatever you.
Plus
Sorry,
charisma or con?
plus charisma. Sorry, yeah.
What?
Con save.
Alright, I'm remembering how to play the game now. I don't know why it factored that in. It's actually 20. Right? 18 on the die, +2.
probably use your con
Oh,
or charisma.
you do you not have a So it's your Constitution bonus plus your charisma. So that seems right to have a +5.
Oh, because it's plus. Okay, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
'cause
I
it's
forgot
plus.
it's +3 plus the.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay, so you feel fine. Well, as fine as you can, having a sharp tusk dig into you as it pushes through your armor. Yeah, that's that. How far away are you? You're very far away, aren't you? I believe so. Let me find the little tape measury doodle. Oh yeah, you're too far away. Okay. This other one is going to. Wow, really nothing. He's going to come here, and he's just going to grab a stick off the ground as he does so, and try and hurl it at Silverius.
I only had our bag of stick holding.
Yeah.
It's not gonna do it. It's a 14. 16 even. 16.
No. Getting close. 17. Anybody 17? Can I get 18? 18.
Sadly, no.
Okay.
All right, Eska, you're up.
Well, so many options. Doesn't feel like a great idea, right? Oh, it's tempting though. Okay, I am going to... So, what we're going to do is we're going to run back to this one who was badly hurt, as I remember. And I'm going to...
Oh yeah, he is.
reach out and attempt to Winter's Grasp him.
Alright.
Really what I'm attempting is to find a way to do non-lethal damage. I'm hoping that just by freezing him, it'll be enough to knock him out. I mean, obviously that's your discretion, but I figure this is like an encroaching cold that I put upon him with this. So it can be your decision if it works or not, but she's going to attempt it in the hopes.
All right, let's see what happens.
Okay. 10.
10 does not hit. 10 does not hit.
Okay. She just effectively then just pats him on the shoulder and well yeah. That's Eska's go.
Eska must be trading with them up there. This will soon be over. They've come to terms.
All right, Bador, you're up.
Okie dokie. I'm going to toss my Valcata into one hand, or my left hand, and let's see. I'm sure that this is bonus action. Yeah, I am going to cast Shadow Blade.
Oh yeah.
So that erupts into my right hand, and it's just like the shadowy, like, knife.
Yep.
So I've done that, and I am going to run forward. This is the beginning of action, so I've got an additional 10 feet for my Dread Ambusher. So
Okay. Before you go, sorry.
Yeah.
I've just remembered.
Yeah.
Before you go, this is my bad.
that's fine.
But you should know this before you go, because I should have done it beforehand, and it would change how you act.
No, probably
So-
possibly.
You see up on the hill above you.
The hill above me, you say?
Yes, you see two more arrow boys. Who emerge and look to take shots down towards Smokey again, who currently is the most viable target because they can't see you. You are well hidden amongst
But
the
I can
doodads.
I can see them.
You'll be able to see them now, yes. They have emerged from their hiding place up in the woods.
Can I ask a quick question? Very much
Yes.
related to this.
Yes.
I thought I heard a whistle from above and behind me.
Yeah?
Okay.
It was above and ahead of you, actually.
Oh, okay. Do I think it would be these people over here, or do I not? Do I not know?
Now that you see them emerge, you don't think that sounds where it came from. No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure you weren't forgetting anybody.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, Smokey, you're about to get pelted with arrows, I'm afraid.
Hooray.
All right. What's your AC right now?
16.
Ooh. I have a 17, 16, 14, 18. Apparently these guys know how to shoot.
Especially at me.
Yeah. Unfortunately. That's a total of 18 piercing damage
Oh.
between the 3 arrows that hit you and the one that lands in the tree right next to you that narrowly misses. It's a good thing that missed because that was a good damage roll too. So yeah, you get this rain of arrows dropping down on you right now.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry, Bardor.
Yeah, that
You may retcon as needed.
I will definitely retcon that. I am not using Shadow Blade. I am going to. So I look up, and these people look humanoid. They don't look like boarish.
Correct.
Okay.
They look like, yeah. Well, imagine the description I gave to Eska earlier, but instead of being those guys, they're these ones.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stab my falcata into the snow, retrieve my bow, and shoot at the one that's right, I guess the purpley one.
Okay.
Excuse me. So, I will go ahead and with my bonus action, I will go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay, on him, I assume.
And
Rightio. Let's mark him up.
And out of curiosity, do I have advantage on this one since he doesn't know I'm there?
Yes, I suppose that would be, you're essentially hidden, so yeah. Well, you're not essentially hidden. You're hidden.
I am.
You is hidden.
Okay, so sneak attack will engage. So doing that.
Yeah, I don't like his chances.
All right, so 21 to hit.
Yes, 21 absolutely hits.
So it's saying. Oh, that's pretty poor. So it's 11 damage.
11. Okay, he is still standing, but that hurt.
Yeah, there was some poor rolling there.
Yeah, I see that.
You get sneak attack?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that is in there. Yeah. The 5 is that 2d6?
Let's see. It's 1d6.
1 for hunters and 1 for sneak.
Yeah. So that was just poor. Very poor. It was like, surely I'm missing a die somewhere. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was the one on him, and then so I will go for him again. Sneak attack goes off. Hunter's Mark remains. Again. 16.
16 hits.
And that's 8.
And 8 is enough.
Okay. So now
he falls and tumbles and tumbles and tumbles and tumbles into the snow in front of you.
this is completely Bardor. He's gonna murk anybody who starts shooting at us, but I feel like we've stumbled into a badness. Out of character. So let's see. Now I have my Dread Ambusher attack.
Mm-hmm.
So I will
There's so many weird adjustments he has to make to all his rolls.
Yeah. So I'm adding the Dread Ambusher to that.
But no hunter's mark this time.
No hunter's mark on this one? Oh, that's right, because he is a different guy.
Yep.
Okay. So this is 13 to hit
13 hits.
and 9. And again, there's ones in here. There's like ones being rolled. Like, what the heck? So yeah, 9. This is
No. Yep. He shrieks in pain, and as an arrow lodges into his side, and has a new target. He starts readying an arrow. As he does so, Eska, you hear off to the direction of the whistle. You hear a sound. It is the sound of
Silence.
no,
Okay.
not the sound of silence. Oh, why isn't that picture loading properly? That's annoying. I don't know. Can you even see the little pictures for these things, or can you just see the what can you see for the things that aren't you on the turn?
We're missing a number 4. Well, it's
So you can see
it's
you
not,
can see numbers
yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Kedox was 11, by the way.
Oh, beg pardon.
Well, I can see the
Yep.
4.
Can you see the 4 but not the 4, or can you see the 4?
I cannot
can
see
see
the
the
4.
I can see the number 4.
Oh, initiative 4, sorry.
And
But there's no
initiative
image.
4.
initiative 4, but yeah, there's no image.
Oh yeah, the picture for the number's not showing yet.
Okay, you said Ketos was 11. Okay. Okay. So yeah, you hear off ahead of where you were, you hear the sound of scraping of some sort. Like maybe something sliding down a bank. Perhaps. That's it. That's all you hear. And then let me resort this. There we go. Now it's Kedox.
Kedox is going to fly straight up and do a 360 survey.
Okay. Kedox can see off to the northeast a puff of dust on the cliff up there that disappears down into some shrubs around about here. Like, oh, I did that in the wrong. Hold on.
I'm going to say, didn't see a thing.
You did not see a thing because I was on the wrong layer. Hold on. Change layer. Tokens. There we go. So around about there is where the puff of dust was.
Okay. Just
You
disturbed.
also see, you can see one archer up on the other side looking down at bar door, another one that's tumbled down. You see the boar that's heading towards Silvarius, or the boar, were-boar, and then there's the boar as well that still hasn't moved.
Okay. And then he'll just take the defensive action while flying.
Understood?
And he'll relay a message to Silvarius that he'll share it later.
All right. Springing out from a gap, Kedox would kind of see this as it's happening. But out of a gap here, hiding, another figure comes lurching out towards Silvarius. It's actually was crouching, and when it starts moving, it's almost like a quadruped, and then comes quickly upright. And you see a snarling, toothy lupine maw as it gets up close to you.
I think I can use my reaction. See the attacker with 5 feet of me.
It is not within 5 feet of you. So Varys is within 5 feet of you, but the attacker
Targeting
is...
a creature other than you within. So yeah, Silverius, it just has to be, and then I must see the attacker.
Oh, so the attacker doesn't have to be within 5 feet of you,
Right.
just Silverius? Okay.
It's more the terrain. So like by the rules written, I
Right.
could, but the terrain is weird.
The terrain is very weird. I will acknowledge that. Yeah, the first thing it's going to do then is it's going to No. Nope, I don't reach. Oh, yeah, okay. The first thing it's going to do, as it charges forward, it's going to howl. As it does so, I'm going to need Cosette, Silverius, Smokey, and how high up is Kedox?
He'd probably be, however high enough would be to get a good sight of the tops of the hills.
Okay, what's his flight speed? He probably
I think
needs
it's
all of that. I would think.
60. Fly 60. So he's probably about 60 feet up, I guess.
Okay. Then not him. So, yes, just Cosette, Silverius, Smokey, please make me a... I've lost it. There it is. A wisdom saving throw.
Boy. Plus 2 for... Does that work with
Plus 2.
Cosette for me?
Yes. Sadly not for Smokey.
I want...
15.
8.
I need to see
Okay.
one thing, because I might use...
Oh, you do have a thing.
Yeah.
Did you want to use it?
Yeah. So that'll push it up to a 16.
Okay. That is enough. So you are fine. Right now, it's just Smokey. Smokey, you are frightened. As the wolf howls, there is around him these spectral wolves kind of appear and join the howl. They disappear as the howl stops, but yes, you are currently considered frightened. And then it's going to attack at Silverius. Cosette, roll me a percentile die to see if you're able to. Is it just once per round, like one
I have
attack
to use
per
my
round?
reaction. Yep, and then it's just for that one attack.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So you're not able to reach out on this one, because of the slight awkwardness, but it does not eat your thingy. So it goes for a bite on Silverius. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. That is a natural 1.
It's...
So that. So it tries to bite at you, and then it tries to bring a claw across. Oy. I'm sure Andrew will be appreciating me saving all my low rolls for everyone with good armor. That was a 5 on the die. So it misses with both the attacks. But it is up there snarling and slathering at you. And that is the end of its turn. And then big old boar boy. How far away is he? He seems like he's quite far away, to be honest. He is quite far away. He is just going to come up at a gallop towards this general melee.
Not good.
But that's all he can do, because he's a big old boar boy, and that's what big old boar boys do. Incidentally, okay, nobody's looking over there right now. Keox might see this. Big old boar boy seems to be running just fine.
Admiral Akbar?
Yeah.
Okay, and top of the round, Smokey, you're up.
No pressure.
An interesting predicament I am now in.
Yes, so you are frightened.
Yeah. I've
Which
disadvantage
causes
on
issues.
ability and ability checks and attack rolls, and I can't move closer to the object of fear.
Correct. I will let you know that you will be able to retake that test at the end of this turn. For what
At
it's worth.
the end of this turn? Is it the
Unfortunately,
end?
it is at the end
Yeah,
of this
okay.
turn, yes.
So, I am going to run away from the object of my fear. I want to try to move. This should be. I'm gonna move here. Behind this bush.
That is further
Eh.
away.
And then, how big is this bush really?
1 foot tall.
It's big enough to hide behind.
Be bigger.
If I stand up, can I see over it?
Yes.
Okay.
But it will provide you with an amount of cover as well.
Yes. Okay.
Can she hang her laundry in the branches of the bush?
Yeah, because it needs drying. Hang on. I want to potentially cast a spell, but I need to find it really quick. Here we go. Okay, yeah. This could work. This could work. Maybe that's not a good idea. Dang it. It's not a good idea. Okay. So I am going to drink one of my healing potions because my health's getting a little bit precarious. So will it do it?
I'm trying to remember, did I say what we would do is if you take it as an action, you just get the full heal, and if you do a bonus action, you can roll? Does that sound familiar?
Sounds
I
familiar.
mean, I remember we discussed it. I don't remember what we all decided.
To make
would be
potions
the
more...
thing.
I feel like
Yeah.
we had tried to make potions more like action. You
More
like
usable.
pour it, yeah, you drink it really well instead of just kind of like...
You savor it.
Yeah, well, I think actually in 2024 rules, it's just a bonus action for potions now. But I'll say, if you want to really savor it as an action, you can just get the full heal off the potion.
Yeah, I'll
or
just...
you can risk the dice. Your choice.
No, I'll crouch behind the bush and get the full healing effects. I think... I don't know if I can just click on it. Or if I'm
Or
gonna
just
have to...
add... It's just plus...
What is
10.
it? It's 2... Okay. So, okay, that's good. So plus 10 to my heals. Good.
Yep.
Excellent. Alrighty. And then I'm just gonna sit there and, try to get over my fear if I can.
Yeah, give me a roll. Let's see what happens.
I just roll a d20, right?
Yeah. Well, it's a.
Or is it a
sorry.
wisdom save again?
It's the wisdom save again.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I didn't say that very explicitly.
Ideally, we need you to pass this because Bardo has been asking a lot of questions about why we have you around anyway.
This is your.
Yeah.
I have not been earning my keep.
Yeah.
11.
Unfortunately, that is not quite enough.
Oh
You
dear.
are still considered frightened. Alrighty. Severus, you're up. You have what I think we could probably describe as a wereboar to your left, and what we could probably describe as some sort of werewolf type creature in front of you. I don't know that you would have had experience with these, so beyond that, hard to say. Well, the boars you have fought, although these seem pretty chunky. The wolf, I don't think you would have seen.
Did that injured wereboar, the injured big boar, move closer to us?
Injured.
Yeah, injured my
Yeah,
bottoms.
Kedox noted that it was moving perfectly well as it
Oh,
headed towards Silverius.
that liar.
Top Gun actor. All right, Silvarius. Will say,
And now is the time.
and he drops his longsword, and as he drops it, kind of a frost forms around the outside of his hand, and he closes his hand, and a little crack of light. Whoosh, the breath of Bahamut appears in his hand. Unfortunately, that was his bonus action. He cannot light this thing up, but it is magical. And then he will. He'll take level 5. I get 2 attacks now. He's gonna take a swing over. As it appears, he'll swing over at the injured wereboar in front of Cosette.
Alrighty.
Alright, I tweak some of my combat numbers. Ignore. Hold on. Well, it should be correct now. He will take an attack for 18 to hit.
18 hits.
And ignore the cold damage, just 8 magical weapon slashing damage.
Okay. Yep. He takes that, and he's starting to look a little rough. He's looking unwell.
Alright, he will.
He's got a lot of bloody slashes and puncture wounds.
He will continue attacking with his sword. Another swing around. Do 17 to hit.
Yeah. 17 definitely hit.
6 magical slashing damage.
Okay. Yeah. It takes it again and staggers slightly under the impact, but is still standing.
Alright, he's going to action surge.
Oh dear.
And do it one more time. $19 to hit, Jesus.
Everyone else see that hovering on the wall? Everyone saw that, right?
Nope.
Yeah, 19 hits.
For 8 slashing damage.
Okay. Yep.
And he's gonna keep on.
He is still standing. Somehow. Goodness.
23 to hit.
Okay. Yes. Obviously, yes. Big ouch, yeah.
9 slashing damage.
Okay. He is staggered by all of these attacks, barely holding on. He is still standing. He, after that last one, he almost drops his maul, but ends up using it to kind of prop himself up and try to rally for another swing. Cosette, you're up.
All right. I'm not gonna get too fancy here. Back the in front of me. Eight. Sing.
And with that, as he's barely standing up, he loses his grip on his maul, and the mooning star just comes down and cracks him he kind of slips, comes right in here on the neck, and you see a big puncture wound, and he slumps, very much deceased.
Nice. I forget.
Well,
Can I
the
move in
X
his
is
spot,
really
or do I
big.
need to move around?
No, you can just stand on him. It's fine.
Then I'll do. And so, sorry, this is more wolf-like. This one.
Oh yes.
Okay. And I forget. I can wait till I hit to use divine.
Yeah.
And you hit. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna attack him. 26 hits to me.
A 26 does in fact hit.
So
Yes.
7 piercing with that, and 2.
Man, I do not like this mooning star. It's hitting far too well. What have I done?
Okay, well it's just 2d8. I'm just gonna. I can't figure.
Okay. Yep.
7. Yeah.
All right.
Now the radiant damage seems to do. That's magic damage to that. It's like normal. Seems like it.
Yeah. Everything like as you hit him, as the ball of the mooning star impacts, there's like that little burst of light as the radiant energy pulses through. And yes, everything that hit seemed to have done full damage.
Cool. And then I'm done.
Jolly ho. He didn't like that. He did not like that at all. No, that's okay. It is now the turn of the little sneaky boys. Little sneaky boy next to Eska is just going to, rather than pull out an arrow, is just going to reach to his hip and pull out a short sword and take a couple of stabs at Eska. First one is a 10 to hit.
9.
Second one is a 10. Second one is a 17.
No, that does not also hit. Yeah.
Jeez. You guys are hardy. And now Shushti Boy on the hill is going to 15, just shift across to try and get a better angle on Bardor and try and pincushion him. That is a 21 to hit.
Yep.
And a 20 to hit.
Yes.
Man, these guys are great when they're not being decapitated. That's a total of 11 piercing as 2 arrows thunk into you. Thunk. And, as it were, thunk. Okay. One of my wereboars is dead. But the other one isn't.
Did the blue
he's
guy
going
go?
to come. Blue?
Did the archer that's...
Oh, did he shoot?
I don't...
No.
Did he do anything?
No, he didn't shoot this turn, you're right. He can't really see Smokey hiding behind the thing there. Which way do we want to go with this? I think, given the balance of things, you know what, he's going to take... Yeah, he's just going to take shots at... thank you for the reminder. We're going to
Sorry.
shoot at... slightly concerned about the guy who just summoned a sword. So 2 shots down there. Oh ho. The first one is a crit. 25 to hit.
Oh, that most certainly hits.
The advantage of being on high ground, I suppose. Suppose? Yeah, suppose. That's right.
Suppose.
And it just finds that nice little angle in between the neck there before the armor comes in. That is 13 piercing.
30.
Because it was a very good roll on the second die. And then he is not going to move. He's happy where he is. Okay, so Boar Boy here is going to go come in here onto the flank of Sylvie. And this is going to be a charge attack. Ah! So it's going to go with the tusks as it gallops in at you. That is a 22 to hit.
He's going to wave his sword kind of up and cast shield.
Oh.
And that
Then that is not going to
puts
hit.
me up to a... Where's my armor? I have a 23 armor.
Okay. Then he's just going to swing his giant maul at you. Oh dear.
Can I
Okay.
ask a
I did not.
question? This is just a clarification. It might seem like I'm trying to get Silverius killed, but I just want to check this because I don't know it. The arcane deflection thing.
Oh, you're right.
So
That
that was
meant he couldn't react.
Before my current turn. Because I thought about that too. I used that
I just
before
wanted to
that
check.
turn, and my turn came up, and after my turn, I think my reaction and came back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess about it.
Yep.
To the end of my next
You're right.
turn. Yeah, so I ended my turn, it recharged, I used shield.
Yes.
My reaction is now gone. Thank you
Okay.
for being on top of that. I don't want to...
I was just reading because I
Missed
hadn't
that.
seen it before, and I thought, oh, that's an interesting caveat to that.
Yeah, it's a huge,
Yes.
weight.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I did not, in fact, as it were, hit with anything. So Eska, over to you.
Esther's going to go traditional, seeing as the grasp didn't work. She's going to pull out her dagger, toss it in her hand, and try and hit him across the head with it.
Okay, go for it.
Dagger. 19.
19 hits.
Only 6 piercing.
Oh, 6 is enough.
Is it? Okay, I wasn't sure how close he was. And when I
Yeah,
say
you-
piercing, I mean bludgeoning, of course.
Yes. So he is. Do I have a thing for unconscious? I'm gonna go for this. So yeah, he is. Just you see the light fade, and he drops, but you can still breathing.
Okay, cool. I think movement-wise, there shall be none. So, I think that's my turn.
Okay. Bador.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna move my for bonus action Hunter's Mark over to the guy standing above me that shot me. And then I'm gonna
Not that you're bitter about it.
a little bit. I'm gonna take my
He's been seething the whole time since that happened.
so I'll take my shot at him. 12.
Oh my goodness, you've actually missed.
Oh my. Oh, that just made me angrier. I'm gonna roll again. Although that the dice are not friendly in that. There's been a lot of ones rolling. Okay. Anyway, attacking again. 13.
13 hits.
So that is 14 damage.
Good grief, that's not a 1.
No. that is not.
Another one tumbles down the hill
Okay.
as it was trying to get a better shot at you.
I am going to grab my Falcata from the snow, and I am going to start running. 10, 15, 20, 25.
That other one was like, missed me.
Yeah, right. So, my little 25 feet of movement, which didn't seem like much, but here I go.
Now, I should say, you're welcome to have 30 feet if you want them.
No.
Because that's been standardized in D&D.
No.
But if you want to keep your 25, you can.
It doesn't make any sense. I refuse.
Respect.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate
I want a
that.
petition for 20.
I'll allow it. Move back 5 feet.
That was 3.5.
I think in Pathfinder, the character I built, because I gave him heavy armor and a big shield, he only went like 15.
I remember those days.
That's great.
He was a slow-moving tank.
Yeah, right.
But I mean, very, very hard to take out. Okay. Eska, you hear in your mind a voice talking to you. It is. You're pretty sure this would be it feels like an elvish voice. And it just says, "Why struggle against the wild within? You could be greater if you let go of these false bonds." Okay, Hedox, your turn.
Alright, so he is... He'll move maybe... Gonna kind of position himself, still staying up in the air. He'll keep his current elevation. How tall are these walls that are next to us?
They're about 20 feet.
Okay, yeah, he'll stay 60 feet up, and just, he will remain acting defensively.
And as he just scans around, there looks like there is maybe some movement under one of the trees above that next cliff, the next level up.
Mm-hmm.
From where Eska's been fighting, but he can't make out anything more than that currently. Just sees some movement.
Curious. 10-4.
Right. Ah, yes. Right. Okay. Wolfie boy. He is going to take a swing with Severus again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to.
Yes, I thought you would. You notice, as he looks emboldened by the presence of his boar friend.
That's my boyfriend.
Which is my way of saying this is a straight roll.
Okay.
That does not hit.
Yes.
So instead, he is going to go for a claw attack. That does hit.
23.
Do you have shield right now?
It remains up till my next turn, as far as I believe.
Oh, who swung at you? Oh, it was yeah, you're right. It does not hit. I forgot that was up. That does not hit.
Yes.
No, never mind. Okay. Yep. He is annoyed. And now the boar is going to come charging up and say hello to Silverius as well. This is also a charge attack. If in the unlikely event it hits, and I will tell you, I need to crit in order to hit. So I don't feel this is likely. Let me put it like that. But hey, let's see. Do I hit? I got a crit. I kid you not. That is so unlikely. Okay. It's natural 20 for a total of 25. So it does hit. I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Mm-hmm.
That is so unexpected. Nobody could have predicted that.
15 with Cossette's blessing.
Okay, you are briefly staggered, but you hold your feet. Oof. However, you do take... Holy crap, I rolled a lot of damage. I mean, everything's fine. Oh, I already did. No, wait. No, this is extra. Because of... Yeah, okay. So, Jeez. A total of 24 slashing damage as it comes into you at a rapid rate of knots. I mean, a crit should be a lot of damage. Makes sense. But you manage to hold to your feet just about. Probably pushed back against the tree a little bit and then stay standing. But
no,
that is a...
push back against the tree and falls back against the tree. I was on 45 health. And you did 25 the first hit. And
what was the first? I've already forgotten what the first hit
25.
was.
You're down.
I'm down.
Oh, no. 25 was just to hit.
Oh, okay.
No, it wasn't that horrific.
I was about to say.
Only 24 damage.
Oh, okay. I'm not nearly as dead as I thought.
No. You're just mostly dead.
Yeah, I'm mostly dead.
Right, top of the round. The werewolf is going to use a legendary action to scramble up this cliff without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
That's all. And top of the round, Keydoc's looking at the movement over in the trees. Sees a figure step slightly forwards, still under the trees, but can see large, like a large figure, around maybe 7 feet tall, or at least close to, wearing resplendent full plate armor, and just kind of like slowly walking towards the edge of the cliff, observing. All right, Smokey, it's your turn.
So the thing that just went up the side of the cliff here, that's the thing that scared me, right?
That's Scary Boy, yes.
Okay. So, because he's above me, does that mean I still can't move in that direction? Like towards... like towards the boar that's on the ground, or like towards the stump where Cossette and Solarius are?
I would say, let's see. You could. mm.
Okay, here's a different idea.
Tell me what.
Okay,
Yeah, tell me what you want to do,
so
and I'll
the-
tell you if you can do it.
The guy that's above. Okay, so like the guy that's behind Eska.
Yep.
He's still up, right? Or is he the unconscious one?
He's unconscious. So you can see the one who's on the edge.
The blue guy and then the scary guy.
The scary guy. Those two are up at the top, and then you can see the wereboar, and you can probably just about make out the giant boar that's behind.
Okay. What I wanted to do was to wild shape into a snake, into a constrictor, a giant constrictor. Okay. I think I can do that.
I believe so. Yeah, that sounds right.
And then I wanted to make my way to. I mean, I'm thinking I would make my way towards the boar to attack it. Like I would head in that direction, but I don't know if I can.
What movement do you have? How much?
Hang on. Let me pull it up. Oh, that's just the constrictor. 30 feet.
Okay. I would say if you... yeah, I don't think you can quite reach anyway.
Do you have reach on your attacks at all? I mean, what's your range of your attack?
Yeah.
5 feet. There's 10 feet for my bite. And
okay.
Yeah, there's 10 feet for my bite and 5 feet for the constricting.
I would say you could get to here without really getting closer. And that would give you the opportunity to make a bite.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you look like?
Oh, I hadn't thought that through. I was so busy trying to look at my options in between my turns. I didn't go into detail about how this was going to go down. And I wasn't sure it was even going to go down. So, okay. Well, I maintain my colors. So I kind of just look kind of copperhead-like, but
okay.
But but instead in a constrictor form.
I'll go with Snake A then that I had.
Yeah.
You should be able to control that snake too.
Okay. So about there. So if I come up, oopsie, I still have that tool on. Turn that off. Go up.
Number of times I've done that.
No, I thought I turned it off. Apparently not. I don't know how to turn it off. Oh, wait.
Tool?
We'll click this. Click this. This is what I want. Okay, that's the way.
This is the way.
This is the way. We come here. We say, I want to bite you. And then we strike. And then I guess I'll just roll a d20 to hit because I don't have this any other way.
You don't have every single animal form saved in?
So that's
full
10
profile.
Attack plus 6. So that's 16 to hit.
Yeah, 16 hits.
Okay, so then it's hit. It says 13. Is it? I guess that's the... No, that can't be the max.
Oh, that's the average.
Oh, okay. So it's 2d8 plus 4. So if I go to the 2 where the d8 is, that should roll 2 of them, right?
That is correct.
Okay. So that's 9 plus
13.
4.
13. I will say, you notice that it doesn't seem to have taken... But it does feel like it's been bitten, and it turns and looks at you, and there's just this, like, confusion initially.
Mm-hmm.
because there wasn't a giant snake there a second ago.
Oh shoot! I looked at the constrictor stuff and not the bite stuff. I should have rolled 2d6 plus 4. Sorry, did I just swear?
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay.
Funnily enough. Despite your best efforts.
Hold on. Let me do that again, because we should get
more
this
like it.
right. Oh dear.
Oh, that's way worse.
7.
Lots of ones.
Yep. Okay. So it does take a bite, and it just looks at you, like I said, kind of in confusion.
Yeah.
At why there is a giant snake in this snowy landscape. It should be asleep right now. It's not happy. Okay. Are you? Is that's you done, right? That's move attack bonus.
Yes, it is.
So Varys, you're up.
He will. Ooh, boy. Oh, I think I'm gonna need to. I looked up everything besides. Sorry, I'm not officially doing that. Is that use a bonus action? Yeah, I need a bonus action. I need to heal. Yeah, he's going to second wind and get a little bit of health back. And as his... Oh, these are both on me. He's just going to take a defensive stance. Kind of like, as he readies himself, he kind of resets his position with his shield and his sword, but his shield like super dominant.
All right.
And he will also just make note to Eska or Cosette and this giant snake that
Eska, she might be in trouble.
and additionally,
There's someone on the very top of the hill as well.
and then he'll just defend.
Gotcha. I forgot. Smokey, can you give me another wisdom saving throw?
Oh, yeah. I forgot about being frightened as well.
You're muted. We can't hear you.
Thanks. I forgot about that.
It wasn't an objection. It was just noting.
Oh, no. I see. So kind.
Oh dear.
Oh! I should have got my dice out. Not that they were very helpful in other situations.
Hey, you get a +2 to it now. So that's a 9.
Still not enough.
No. All right. Cosette.
All right, so the people hanging over, are they getting any cover? The werewolf that jumped up and the blue archer,
No, they're right on the edge. So,
Okay.
And it's not. I mean, like I said, it's about 20 foot. So, most of this is actually not that steep. I mean, it's steep, but it's like a 1-to-1. So it's not too difficult to traverse, generally speaking.
we talking athletics?
No.
Oh, I could just climb up there?
Yeah, you could probably just climb up that bit because it's, if it were like the narrower points, that's where it's a lot steeper. So like here is very steep.
Gotcha.
But this area is doable. Not.
So could I move here?
You could try. See what happens.
All right, I'm gonna try to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you do it.
Oh, cool. Well done, me. All right, I'm gonna. And I forget this archer guy is not right. Well, I wouldn't know that. I guess he just looks really beat up.
The archer boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems okay.
All right, I'm going to.
The wolf has some damage.
Question: can I move there? So I was here.
You would provoke an opportunity attack, but you could.
Like from the archer guy?
Yeah.
He's holding a bow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. He's gonna quickly grab his short sword as he sees you coming. And he'll try and whack you.
Okay.
Because it's by his side. It's an 18 to hit. Never mind.
Nice. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to. That's correct. Okay. An attack with the moon star. If I. Oh, I'm attacking the. Well, yeah, I guess I. Okay. 26. Terrible.
26
Okay.
hits.
So 6 piercing, but I'm also going to do Thunderous Smite.
Oh. I don't like this.
Oh,
So first time you hit with the melee weapon attack, your weapon rings with thunder that is audible within 300 feet of you. The attack deals an extra 2d6 thunder damage.
Okay. Yep, give me damage.
Jeez. 4 thunder damage. And then it must
10 total damage.
succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 10 feet away from you and knocked prone.
Don't like that. Strength saving throw.
I guess that's my. I don't know how DC.
It says. It gave you a 13.
Oh, okay. Spell save DC. I gotcha.
Yeah. That is a fail.
Nice.
Okay. So I don't know what 10 feet is falling. I'm just assuming he falls down the.
Yeah, he is pushed and tumbles down. And he is prone.
And then prone
right.
gives advantage on attacks.
It does.
So he stops halfway. Like it's like such a gradient that he doesn't fall all the way down. So I can go back. Oh, I'm done with my. I was thinking. Okay. So I think I'm done. I will.
You know what? I've rolled a percentile die. And yeah, he rolls all the way down.
Okay. I don't know if that's better or worse. I don't.
He doesn't take any damage from the fall.
Yeah. I didn't think he would.
As he rolls, but he rolls down.
Yeah, in retrospect, I should have attacked and. Okay, and then I'm just gonna lay on hands. Lay on hands is bonus action.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Is it
Sure.
action?
I think so.
Maybe it is. I haven't played. in a while.
What if you do it really gently?
Like lay on Pinky.
Yeah.
All right, I'll look it up. If so, I'm
It's
gonna
just
heal
one
myself a
very
little bit.
ineffective action.
Yeah.
Failing that, you could take a rolled potion.
If
You
not,
could roll for a potion. Alternatively.
It is
Oh,
a
yeah,
bonus
yeah.
action
I'm okay on
now, but it used to be an
Oh.
action. So it depends on which rules you want to use.
Well, we haven't updated.
Yeah,
so sorry, it's an action still.
it's an action
Yes.
still.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then I'm done. I'm not so hurt that I want to use a potion. I'm just gonna top off. Okay, I'm done.
Alrighty. Oh, I only have one Shoosty boy left. Alright, well, he's going to shoot the person who's right next. Just kidding. That's a really bad shot. Let me try again. That was a 10 to hit. And that's a nat 1. Okay, never mind. That's not good shooting. He's gonna back off up towards this slope. And that's his turn done. Okay. The Boar is going to go for Solaris again.
Mm-hmm.
No charge this time. I'm gonna start off with the mole. That is a natural 1.
When I hear you say natural, I have a fear.
And that is a natural 4.
Okay.
So yes, that is hot, as they say, garbage. So he fails miserably with everything he's trying to achieve in life. And he's the last of his kind as well. So it's Eska.
Okay, Eska
You're
feels like...
muted now.
What?
I couldn't hear you. Your mouth was moving, now I can.
Okay. I don't know what that was. But Eska is, having dealt with this situation to her satisfaction, is going to move to the edge of the cliff and glance over. Oh, that's how you move it now. Okay. Glance down and see that. Yeah, Silverius looks like he might be in a spot of bother. I like how Cassette knocked the other guy down next to him as well.
Very friendly.
Yeah.
Wait,
you
I don't want
you
this
need
guy
enough
anymore,
one,
you
Silverius. But seeing them all clustered up, she is going to... the one she can see the best is the Boar, I believe. This guy.
Yeah, probably.
So she draws an arrow and she focuses in, and something in that, I don't know, she didn't recognize that voice, right?
No.
It throws her a little, and I think in the moment, she does feel a little surge of magical energy, seeing how much danger's around, and she will essentially accidentally imbue this arrow with magical energy, and she will cast Breath of the North.
I definitely remember that spell.
And I've popped it in chat. So she's essentially making a ranged attack here against him. So I guess I'll go ahead and roll that. Do 11 to hit.
Okay. 11 hits.
Score. So that is going to be 48 cold damage on the boar. Oh, one other thing. She is going to... Sorry, there was a lot to remember with this. She is going to use a sorcery point as she does this. As she sees the arrow take on the magic and become almost like a spike of ice, seeing Silverius and a giant snake that looks a bit like Smokey down there, she's going to swathe them with a protective energy. So I'm going to use a sorcery point to careful spell this, because there is going to be some repercussions.
Thank you.
So it's going to be 48 on the Boar. Oh my.
Whoa.
That's 29 cold damage.
Plus the 8 piercing.
I don't know if the 8 piercing goes through.
magic bow.
Make the attackers know. Oh, you're right.
I think it does
I
just
don't think it
transfer into
does.
cold. I think the ammo essentially
Yeah.
becomes a ball of ice. I mean, 29
But
feels
just
like
the
enough.
29.
Yeah, yeah.
Just the 29.
And then it explodes as it hits this boar, and it's going to do 2d8 damage to anybody that fails a DC 15 dex save.
Which does include both.
So it's going to be 10 more damage, potentially, or 5 if they pass their save.
Okay, the wolf does pass. Oh gosh, I rolled a 19 and 18 on the dice, so they both pass.
Nice.
But they will take 5 damage.
Yeah. And
Nice.
you other two who are down there just get showered in ice.
Lightly showered, not a very aggressive shower, just
Yeah.
like a spray bottle.
As it sort of comes towards you, it sort of melts in the air as it comes towards you. Instead of ice shards, it's like just a little flurry of snow hits you.
It's cool.
No. Okay. Well, that was cool.
She'll step
dig it.
back away from the edge slightly after that and think about what she did.
Yeah, you think about what you did. Right, Badur.
Right. I'm going to move in 15, 20, 25. Right there. I'm going to, as I'm running, I'm going to transfer my hunter's mark onto the one that just got plastered with the snow ice spike thingy from Muska.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to shove my Falcata into the snow again and take a shot.
Okay.
And it would just...
It's got some cover here,
Okay.
but their AC is so awful. I don't know if it'll matter.
I mean, Bardo
Um,
never misses.
Man, that's not
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
So 26. Oh my lord.
I gave it 175% cover, and you still hit.
Mhm. So the hunter's mark does 1 damage. And I think that might be the only thing that actually does damage because the rest of it is not. Well, I do 6 normal damage, 6 piercing damage, and then 1 hunter's mark, which I think is force.
Oh, you got silver tipped arrows.
I do not have silver tipped arrows.
He rejected
Oh.
them.
Oh,
Let me check.
He was too good for those silver tipped arrows.
I'm pretty sure they were expensive, and I was like, man.
They were quite expensive.
They were like 5 gold each or something. No, that's wrong.
You could have gone for some of
for
the
1 gold.
You could have gone for some of
I
the
don't
basic
remember.
ones. No, the +3 damage ones, those are expensive.
Until the spell ends, you deal an extra 1d6 damage to the target whenever you hit with a weapon. I mean, it doesn't explicitly say it's magical, but it kind of is magical also, so yeah, whatever. I've always wondered about that, because I feel like it was vague, and I feel like I've had people rule it in different ways. But I'm happy to say that.
So
Yep, he takes
1 damage.
a damage.
Yep. Okay, well, I'm going to do it again.
Sure.
So that's a 12.
That one does miss.
Nah. All right. I have done it all. I'm done.
All right. Eska. In your mind, you hear again that voice. It says, "The moon calls to you, sister. Won't you answer?" Keydux, your turn.
all right. So surveying blue tinge is still alive, right?
Yes.
All right. So Kedox is going to fly down and get behind. Oh. Is the werewolf prone?
Yes. Yeah, that did not go according to its plan.
Right. Kedox is going to fly down and do the I can't even remember what actions it can do. Oh my god. There's one that allows him to give advantage, like distract. Or is it?
It's just help.
Okay, yeah, he's going to get
Yep.
down and help action. With the werewolf.
Okay.
Or I guess prep it for when it stands up.
I think it... Oh, yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I retract my I think it. Oh, right. Yeah, that was just Kedox's turn. I was like, what's happening? Okay, it stands up. Because it's its turn next.
Kedox goes crazy.
Yeah. So Kedox is within 5 feet of him.
Yes.
He's going to ignore that.
Thank you.
It's going to move here, maintaining contact. Ooh, gaining contact. Hold on, it's going to move here.
That poor dead body.
Should have been better. It's going to look at Eska. And it's going to stare at Eska. And... it's going to say, don't resist. And I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay, I'm going to try and resist.
Okay.
7? Is that sort of resisty?
7 is a fail. You feel some of the strength drain from your body. You're not really sure what's happening. And what you do notice is you look down, like preparing for another shot. On your hand, in the palm, there is a bloody red paw print.
Okay.
And then it's going to turn and attack Severus. It's going to...
I have dodge up.
That's right. I'm going to try and chomp chomp. Yikes. And it's going to try and claw claw. Yikes. I think I'm missing without, to be honest. But definitely with dodge. No dice. Okay. That is its super effective turn over. Which I think makes it the boar. The boar is just going to try and poke you. It does not have a run-up anymore, so what are the odds that it's super effective now? Bitch. No, you're supposed to... Why are you... Oh no! I didn't get a double 20, so it fails. At the end of that turn, the wolf is going to move. Is it going to move? Ooh, is it going to move? It is going to disappear from next to you, Silverius,
What?
in a puff of mist. And Eska is going to pop up next to you inside the bush. You just suddenly, you hear this sort of like, and there's a sprinkle of mist that comes out from the bush, and you just see two eyes staring up at you right next to you. Okay. Smokey, it's your turn.
Did you say the boar and Eska switched places?
Say that again?
Did you say the boar and Eska switched places?
No. The wolf essentially seems to have teleported up next to Eska.
Okay. Got it.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't know what to do. I think, given that my efforts as a snake didn't go well, I'm going to turn back into myself.
Right. I need to help with that.
And then I'm going to just stay where I am and throw... Well, no, that's an action, isn't it?
No. Wait. What type are you? I don't know what it is.
What? My wild shape?
I don't know what sort of, oh. It changed the wrong one. I don't know what, what druid are you again? Are you a land druid?
Is there water? Is that an option? Is it, or coastal?
Yeah.
It's coastal
okay,
druids.
That's land.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what wild shape rules are.
Well, I think it's an action to turn into one.
Quickly pull up the old pub. Wild shape. Bonus action.
Oh, it is a bonus action.
To come out of it.
To come out of it. Action. Okay. So, yeah. So then I will grab a dart and throw it at the boar.
Okay. That is still at disadvantage.
That's right. I didn't do my last thing at disadvantage. That was a mistake.
I figured that out a little while later, but it's not a big deal on that. This one might actually do a bit more owies.
You only did about 2 damage with that anyway, so...
It's true. Okay, and then dart. Disadvantage.
I think it was 3.
Dart.
Yeah.
That's
hang on. Too many screens to click through. Okay. Why did it do 2 different ones? Oh, because it's dependent on how far away I am?
No, it's the disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Ooh. 7.
Yep. Yeah. It flies off wildly. I tell you, why don't you do a wisdom saving throw? It'll be fine.
Take off the disadvantage. Do a normal roll. Right? Or no, it's added. Is it added? No. Wait.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
That would be really harsh.
That would be really harsh. especially for people who have such bad luck with their oh dear.
Hmm.
The fact that you have a plus 6 to this
Yeah, I know.
means that you should have passed this a long time ago. You are sadly still frightened. Yep, that's just what's happening. You're still frightened. Because it's for a minute. Okay. So Varys.
Feeling a little bit better about everything. Well, hopefully. He will raise his sword and he will say, Rixon! And it will erupt into its flamey figure. And this is a good opportunity to do White Flame Blade. And as he swings around, that erupted flame bursts even brighter. And he's going to try to strike both of these. I've adjusted my numbers. So. Okay. The primary attack is attacking the wereboar.
Got it.
But. So, 19 to hit.
Absolutely.
All right, 4 slashing damage. And then
Okay.
the breath does
So the
6 additional cold damage.
Yep.
And White Flame kicks in. Right. And the first enemy will take the 28. So the first enemy is just going to take the additional 8 fire damage. And then the second enemy to the right of it, the big boar, is just going to take 11 fire damage.
Okay.
I still have one thing wrong.
Boar starts cooking. Wereboar continues cooking. So that was 18, I think, on the wereboar. He's looking very rough and quite singed. The boar is also starting to look pretty rough. That's a big owie.
Yes, I like that. And that is his turn. Because it's a spell attack, just one hit.
All right. Cosette, you're up.
Okay. I move along this pathway here to get up next to. It's right on us. It's kind of a long bank, so I just want.
Yeah, I would say that you're able to do that. Yeah.
All right, gonna attack. 13 to hit.
13 does not hit.
Okay, I'll swing again. 7 hits, I bet. 12 piercing.
It do?
I'm gonna do a divine.
Okay. As you miss with that first one, it spins around and tries to take a bite at you.
Oh, that's sure.
There's a nat 1. You carry on with your dice rolling there.
Does it die? Tries to attack.
Let me check. No.
All right.
No, it doesn't.
The second level just adds an extra D8, right? So I know how to. Jeez, can't roll. 8 extra damage, radiant.
Okay. Shut up. 20 total damage. That's a big chunky hit. Okay.
And that is a spell cast, correct? Like that counts as a spell. I mean, I know it uses a spell slot, but for the purposes of casting multiple spells per
No.
turn, that does not count.
not in 2014. That is not a spell slot. Or sorry, it's a spell slot, but it's not casting a spell. In 2024, you have to cast a spell.
Okay. I'm just gonna do. It's just out of range. Can move again?
You got 5 more feet.
Oh, okay. So I think if I move away, assuming he's already react.
He snarls.
That puts me in 30 feet, and I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Silveri.
Nice.
Oh,
Seems to be.
thank you.
All right, then I'm done.
That's a really annoying spell to throw in there. Okay. Alrighty. Let's we'll finish this round off and see where we're at, if that's good with everybody.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Blue boy is going to go 5. Then this is difficult terrain. 15, 25, 30. This guy is... No, he's pretty much committed to this right now. He's going for it. So he wants to attack him. So he has to make a wisdom saving throw, which he failed. So he must choose a new target. So he's gonna step one to the side and go after Smoke. Which isn't great for Smoke. He's gonna go for a clobber with the maul. That is, oh boy, that's a 23 to hit
Ouch.
for 9 bludgeoning.
Oh, he's like, I should have stayed a snake.
Didn't. I may not have helped the situation.
And then he's gonna dip with the tusk.
Ouch.
That's a 7 to hit.
Yay!
How high up is Key Dogs?
He was down. He came back down.
He was down low.
Yep.
Okay, just curious.
What was the damage again?
9 bludgeoning.
Okay.
All right. Aska, you're up.
So what am I feeling here?
I don't know. What are you feeling?
I mean, you said I'm feeling less strong. Is that manifesting itself in some way? Or am I just like, is it just the beginnings of a feeling?
No, it's very much an active feeling. So you look down, you have the mark on your hand. You feel like there is maybe some sort of connection between you and the creature.
Is it a connection
Maybe
that I'm
tethered in some
feeling
way.
outside of is it making me not want to attack him, or is it just that I feel like he's pressing his will upon me?
It's more like you are there is a it's almost like if you look around, as soon as you kind of focus on him, you feel this, you feel like prey. Is probably the best way to describe it. You feel like prey that has been targeted by a predator.
How does he look physically? Because I know he's taken a bit of hits from various people.
He looks fairly banged up, but I mean, it's a little hard to tell because he's currently crouching in the bush. But but I mean, before that, he was looking a bit battered, but not. He's not like on his last legs or anything.
Okay, I think in panic at what's beginning to manifest unavoidably, she will sort of attempt to stagger back from him, and she will just, as she feels her mind is being attacked, she will return fire with her mind, and she will unleash as much force as she can at this thing. And she'll attempt to cast Psychic Lance at him.
I think I will get to.
You get saving.
No, I don't get to.
You get saving.
No, I was trying to say I don't get a reaction though.
I see.
This is still the same loot. What is it?
So it's going to be a intelligence.
Ugh.
And her eyes just go to slits and almost blacken up, and just this wave of psychic energy comes out.
It's a fail.
Oh, interesting. Okay. In that case, it's going to be 7d6 psychic damage. Oh. You going to unfail?
Yeah, I'm going to unfail.
Okay. It's going to be 7d6 halved.
He doesn't know what's coming, but he can tell it's bad. So were you stepping back 5 feet?
No, that was more thematic, really.
Okay, understood. Right, yes. So, but yeah, he kind of really focuses in.
So that'll be 10 psychic damage.
Okay. You do see him kind of clutch his head. And you can see there's like a little bit of blood that kind of comes out from his eyes as he's staring at you. He's looking hurt now.
What I will do is stagger around closer to Cassette.
Okay. Baldur.
All right. I'm going to sheathe my Arcata, and then dropping Hunter's Mark, casting Shadow Blade. It says I can throw it like a hand axe. So a hand axe's range is 20 short, 60 long. So I'm gonna throw it at the wereboar that's attacking Smokey. But I believe it would.
Are you moving up first?
Actually, I couldn't I?
Yeah.
How about that? Okay, so I'm not there yet, but so I will just chuck it like without. How about that? And yeah, so I will throw it. $22. Holy.
That much damage?
Hunter's Mark should be off.
Cheapers. All right.
But it's
But still.
16 psychic damage.
Yikes. Yeah, that's a palpable hit right there. Yikes, Aroni and cheese. Wow. Yep. Didn't like that.
Yep. So whenever I throw it, bring it back. I don't know if that's a bonus action. Yeah, I can call it back. So cast it with a bonus action, so I cannot call it back. So that's my turn.
I see. Yeah. Okay. So it's dissipated, and you can just resummon it in your hand next turn. Got it. Okay. Yeah, he's looking awful.
Did that just do max damage there? 16?
No, it didn't. Because it's on D8s.
How many d8s? Oh, you're doing it at a higher level?
It was
No,
two D8 plus dex. Does it not do the plus dex?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking on. It just says it deals 2d8 psychic damage on a hit.
Plus your attack ability
Oh, maybe-
modifier.
Oh, I don't think it does use the. It's just the 2d8.
This on it says you can throw it like a hand axe if you'd like, and it does more damage than a great sword on a hit. I don't know that. 2d8 psychic plus your attack ability modifier.
Oh, okay. I must be looking at the wrong.
I don't see the plus.
I mean, that's what has come from. Oh, where did I get this from? Okay. Well, it would be 12 as opposed to.
Yeah. I don't know that it's going to swing things too much in his favor, to be honest. He's looking very rough. Eska,
Oh dear.
in your mind, you hear for now we are asking. That's it.
And that's not the wolf that I'm hearing.
No.
Okay. That's a different... Because the wolf spoke to me, but this is in my brain.
Yes. Yes. Keynotes.
Mm-hmm. He will fly back up and kind of position himself maybe 30 feet off the ground, right about here. And just keep eyes kind of looking back and forth between Eska and the figures up on the hill. And take the dodge action.
The figures up on the hill seem to be having a conversation.
Just chillax, calm.
Seems pretty calm.
Okay.
The guy in blue, maybe slightly less calm, or the blue tinged guy looks slightly less calm than the other guy.
Can Kedex get a decent visual of the plate clad individual?
Yeah, probably now. He has sort of dark purplish skin. Pointy ears.
One might say drow-ish.
No, this is different.
Oh.
Not elf-like.
Okay. Pointy ears, dark purplish skin.
I don't think... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you saw. So I'll leave it there for now.
Interesting.
Okay. Eska, behind you. You're going to feel some attacks coming your way. The wolf stands up behind you and kind of looms a little over you. Makes his first attack. That is a 17.
Misses.
Misses. Second attack. Oh boy. That is a crit.
I'm standing next to Cassette, so her armor is, a bit sort of sticky-outy.
I can tell you now, this is going to hurt.
It's very confident of you.
Does Cosette have a reaction?
She doesn't seem to. It's
Oh,
hard
'cause
to
it's
say 'cause she's
muted.
muted.
And we can't see the mayor, so we can't tell if you're talking or not.
Yes.
Plus, all we could see was your eyes.
But I have to do it. I have to do it. I believe. Prior to knowing the role.
Well, you said it. You were just muted. No one could see your mouth. It's totally what happened.
Your eyes were screaming.
What can you do?
Reaction.
Because I know there's the protection thing. Is that what you were thinking of?
Yes.
So would you have done that on the first one?
Yes, probably.
Okay. So the first one is the bite as it tries to jump down. Okay. So
Lay it on me.
all right. So here's the thing. I don't know how many hit points you have. This will be interesting.
It only takes one hit to put Esker down.
The claw comes through, and as it does, you feel the mark on your hand warm, slightly disconcertingly, and it rakes down onto you. I don't know if you were facing it. What way were you facing? Towards it?
Yeah, I'd have still been facing it.
Okay. So it comes down and like scratches down your side, across your gut. Probably there's a flashback to a previous incident. And as it does so, you feel that warmth in your hand, and you feel your energy being sapped. You are currently vulnerable to the damage done by this creature. So that is a total of 32 slashing damage.
Okay.
She go down.
She is technically up.
And it just looks at you as you're barely staggering, I imagine. If you're technically up.
Yeah.
And it just says, "Make the right choice." And then the boar is going to try and attack Severus.
Sanctuary!
The boy is going to try really hard. Oh my goodness. What was it? A wisdom save? Don't like my odds. Okay, that's -1. Jeez. I don't think it can jump that. It doesn't have a viable target here, I don't think. Say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. You know what? It's going to try and charge Cosette at the risk of an opportunity attack. It's going to charge up the hill. So, Severus, have you reacted? If you haven't, you may do so. I don't think you did.
This turn, I don't think I have. Okay, as it is... Yeah, my hands are full. As it's running by, he'll swing his Breath of Bahamut. 12 to hit.
12 hits.
For 8 slashing damage, magical, and 10 cold damage. 18 magical ish damage.
Okay. It starts running up the hill, and you bring back down, and there is some pork ribs on there. It was. Oh, that's why it got bigger, because I turned it. Interesting. I was like, why was that X bigger for one of those guys earlier? If you pivoted a certain direction, it elongates. There we go.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, he's dead. He's dead. That was not. In the end, it didn't work out for him. All right, and I guess we will call it there. Because I don't know. There's not a lot of moving parts left, but there's enough, I think, that we need to call it so that we can resolve everything properly. I don't like doing the mid-combat thing, but I think we have to for time.
It feels like there could definitely be some more stuff and repercussions and whatnot.
Yep.
It's a good episode cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What will happen next?
Eska's turning into a werewolf.
Ooh, combat! Yay!
At times it was
fun.
going well, and then at other times it was not going well. It's
been
really
very
been a
similar. The dice have
roller
been
coaster.
Insane, yeah.
And then I started blasting.
It's just Bardo's default.